It's your birthday, look good on your birthday. Scam for your birthday, big cake for your birthday. It's your birthday, it's me for your birthday.
Get out my house! What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we are reacting to brewstew's airsoft gun. So if you have an airsoft gun, drop it in the comment below. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the video. We are finna react. Let's get it. Let's go.
All right, I was a big fan of airsoft guns when I was a kid.
I
don't know
have
what an
one,
airsoft
actually.
gun is. Well, it's
in
a
the closet,
plastic
though.
gun that kind of bridges the gap between a Nerf gun and a semi-automatic rifle. They shoot little plastic BBs, and after about a week, your whole house is littered with them. Your
Nah,
dad's
for real.
dumping them out of the toaster. Your sister's digging them out of her ass crack.
Ew.
Just go around shooting a bunch of holes in all the lampshades. And I was the first kid on my block to get an airsoft gun. Brought it out to show off to everybody. They're all mesmerized. I could conquer the whole goddamn world with this thing.
You do
My
feel
buddy Dave
powerful
literally
with it,
took it
though.
out of my hand, and he's like, "Oh, sweet, this is sweet."
You shot him in the face?
David, what the fuck? It was my turn to shoot Michael in the face. It was a bit of a trendsetter, I gotta say, because like a week later, every kid on the block had an airsoft gun. They didn't have a normal airsoft gun like
Got
I did.
full
They had this
automatic
fucking
weapons.
battery-powered M16 tactical shit, fully automatic, get shot in the face 30 times in 4 seconds.
I got
Hold
one,
on
but
a
I don't
damn
wanna
minute.
show on
Jesus, I'm
YouTube
using
right
this
now.
Stone Age piece
Actually,
of
you
crap.
see
This shit
in the
looks like
old
a
video.
Happy Meal toy compared to yours. Michael's over there. Doesn't even have an airsoft gun. He's like shooting BBs through a fucking straw like it's a blowgun. He's wearing his puffy ass winter coat in the middle of July as body armor. There'd always be somebody out of ammo trying to call timeout. Wait a minute, timeout!
There
Bitch,
ain't
there ain't
no
no timeout in
timeouts.
airsoft. You get home with a bunch of red welts all over your body like somebody gave you a smallpox blanket. I eventually upgraded my arsenal, threw my handgun out, and purchased a big old sniper rifle. Thing's bigger than my entire body. Big ass scope on top of it like I was
Big old
gonna
sniper
assassinate a public official. Sure, it didn't shoot fast like the other ones, but that thing had some power. My friends hiding behind a car and shit. I just shoot through the fucking car. First weekend I got that rifle, shot my cousin in the back. The following weekend we had a closed casket funeral for him. Now, on one particular day, we were playing Capture the Flag. And it's important to note at this time, they didn't put the big ass orange tips on these guns like they do nowadays.
Yeah.
Let you know it's a fake gun. No, they just dab a bit of orange nail polish on the end of that bitch, call it a day. And that kind of makes it a little hard for your neighbors to
think
determine
it's
if
a
you're
real
outside
one.
playing or if you're committing an act of domestic terrorism. Yeah, hi, 911. There's a child with a deer rifle and he's running amok in the
Michael
streets.
Jackson.
So I'm sitting there
Bro.
at my base, which is David's front yard. I'm peeking through my scope like I'm about to put Lyndon B. Johnson into office. And I'm on the lookout for David. Now, where's David at? Well, David has ADHD, so he's not at his base, and he's not at my base. Hell, I don't even know if he even knew he was playing at the time. Probably forgot all about it, chasing a butterfly and shit. Now, David decides to walk to one of the busiest streets in the city
Why?
and wave around what looks to be
Shit,
an
asshole
automatic
bar.
assault rifle in the air. Well, imagine David's surprise when about 4 seconds later, goddamn paddy wagon pulls up in front of him. Bunch of cops pile out, they got their guns drawn on this completely oblivious, attention deficit child. Now, I
Oh,
wasn't there.
Lord.
I was around the block waiting to shoot David in the teeth with my Kennedy killer, but I bet that turd in his pants was massive.
Had
It
to
didn't
be.
take him long to figure out that David's gun wasn't real. Luckily, he wasn't massacred on the street right there and then. They load his ass in the back of the wagon, like the wild animal that he is, and they pull up to the front of his house. Now, I was there for this part, and I can say for sure that the turd in my pants was massive. One cop gets out and he's like, "Put that goddamn rifle down!" So I threw it like the gun was on fire. Dave comes out of the back of the truck looking like a shitty Dennis the Menace cartoon. The hell do you think you kids are doing? We're just playing.
Oh,
Why's
we're
that
just
kid wearing
playing.
that puffy ass coat? It's 94 degrees outside. David's mom comes running out like they're filming an episode of Law and Order in her front yard. Instead of getting a chance to meet Ice-T, she's got to deal with this
She need a
bullshit.
perm.
Now, the cops were really cool about this whole shitty situation. They gave David's mom our arsenal of plastic weapons, and they're all like, "Well, we could have murdered your kid and got away with it, but, well, we didn't, so you're welcome. Why don't you give him a wiffle ball bat or some shit to play with instead? Jesus Christ." So the moral of the story is, don't be a fucking idiot waving a weapon around
I feel
in the
like you
street.
should already know that, though.
brewstew.com.
Nah, but that's the end of that video. We finna play another video for y'all. Alright, y'all, we are reacting to another video. So we ain't gonna have just one video. We're gonna have another video, and the video is titled brewstew trampoline. I never really had a trampoline like growing up, but my like brothers and stuff, like my mom, like yeah, they had a trampoline. If you don't know, I live with my auntie. Let's get it.
All right, we all had that friend growing up that had all the cool toys that you never had. You get all jealous like, oh, cool, look, he's got a Nintendo 64 and I'm over here with 3 Lincoln Logs. Cool. And that kid to me was my friend David. He had pretty much everything he wanted as a kid. For example, David had a bunk bed in his room, but David was an only child, so what the hell does he need a bunk bed for? I didn't know all your stuffed animals needed a place to sleep. God forbid. He had all the cool stuff. He could top whatever you had by far. You finally got that sweet holographic Charizard Pokemon card? Well, guess what? He's got 3 of them, and they're all autographed by a real live Charizard. Suck on that. The dude had 3 Razor mini scooters. 3 of them. What do you need 3 scooters for, David? You have 2 legs on your body. You're not a goddamn millipede. You don't need multiple scooters to ride around on. But out of everything David had, the trampoline in his backyard was the best. The day he got it, all the kids in the neighborhood just marveled at it. We can bounce up to the moon on this damn thing. And boy, did we. We jumped on that thing and jumped and jumped and jumped our little asses off. We did that for like a whole 15 minutes. All right, that was fun. Now what do we do? How about we try to hurt each other? Oh yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Let's play a game called Drop Kick. How do you play Drop Kick? Oh, here, I'll show you. That was the name of our favorite game to play on the trampoline. Drop Kick. Not the most clever name, but I got the point across. And I'm going to teach you guys how to play Drop Kick, all right? Rule number 1. Be a dumbass 9-year-old kid. Okay, check. We got that. We all qualify. Rule number 2. Try to injure your friends as much as possible, only using your feet. Kick them in the teeth, kick them in the belly, knock the air out of them. Oh, God, I think I'm gonna throw up. Do anything you can to try to hurt your best friend. You made somebody bleed? Cool, that's 1 point. You knocked a tooth out? Hey, that's 2 points, all right. Oh, look at that, they're comatose on the ground. Well, guess what? You're the champion now. You'd have kids wearing steel-toe boots. I got my baseball cleats on, ready to ruin somebody's life. Michael would be over there in his bare feet so he could move faster. That's what he always said. I have to be agile. Yeah, Michael, because God forbid your knockoff Jordans are really gonna slow you down. Michael, put your goddamn shoes on for Christ's sake. You're freaking everybody out. Jesus Christ, well, at least cut your damn toenails once in a while with your nasty Wolverine feet. God, you're disgusting. Rule number 3, don't touch the ground. Now, chances were that at some point somebody would kick you off the trampoline, but if you touch that ground, you are out. You're done playing drop kick for that round. Michael, you're on the ground. You're out. No, I'm not. I'm in. I can still play. Michael, your leg is broken in half, dude. Sit this one out. You lost. Sometimes you get kicked, and you'd get lucky and be able to grab onto the chain link fence. Your back would slide down it like a cheese grater. You fall back on the trampoline. Your back's bleeding like a gunshot wound. I'm still in. I'm in, okay? Careful where you step. It's slippery. There's blood all over the place. Then you'd have kids like my buddy's little brother, Matt, who was like a whole 48 pounds at the time. His ass was so light, if he jumped up too high, a stiff breeze could carry him right over the fence. He had the hardest time playing drop kick because there wasn't any weight classes when we played. So little Matt there, he'd have to face off against somebody like Corey, who had the physique of a middle-aged garbage man. He's got like a hot dog in one hand. Yeah, let's get it on. Corey couldn't even jump in the air. There's no way he's getting his big ass airborne. So he'd just fall on his butt, launch Matt into the stratosphere. Ah! It's a technical knockout. Matt is disqualified. He didn't touch the ground. Yeah, well, you're not supposed to be in outer space either. He's disqualified. He's done. Rule number 4. This is the final rule of drop kick. Don't get hit by the big rock. Now, you might be asking yourself, big rock? What big rock? Well, as if a bunch of 9-year-olds throwing their bodies around like a circus act wasn't dangerous enough, you'd put a big 16-pound garden rock on the trampoline. There you go. Now you gotta dodge this big-ass bowling ball rock while people are trying to kick you in the forehead. That sounds fun. This thing's flying through the air, landing on people's toes. You'd be looking the wrong way. Big-ass rock comes out of nowhere, breaks your pelvis. Little Matt's face is totally filled with terror. He knows if he gets hit with that damn rock, he's gonna explode on impact. That's what he's gonna do. He'd have David's mom come outside and check on us. Hey, any of you guys want some lemonade? No?
Nobody? Oh, you boys and your silly games.
You'd have other kids from the neighborhood staring at us from a distance.
Oh my God, what are they doing? Hey, you guys want to play drop kick? What's it called? Drop kick, garden rock, trampoline game?
No. We'll play hide and seek or something instead.
Are you sure? It's really, really fun.
There's a dead kid over here.
Yeah, we know, he's disqualified. Hey, you guys got any Band-Aids or some morphine?
brewstew.com.
But that was a good video, y'all. Bro, I don't understand it, but look, that's the end of this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all guys. Peace.